Hi guys, Parminder Singh with Linden Properties over here in Kingsburg, and I'm starting a new series, Faces and Places. Today, my first lovely guest, Michelle Roman, the Mayor of Kingsburg, and she's joining me here today at Atwell Park, right near Reagan School. And we're just going to ask Michelle a few things about what's going on around town. Everybody always wants to know what's happening in the community, and so, Michelle.
I'm excited to be your first guest. This is exciting times.
Thank you. It's exciting. I'd love to have you here. Thank you. So, why are we here today? Why are we here in this location?
Well, we're here in Atwell Park because this is one of our city parks that we have. We have several throughout the city. But this one, as you see, has been underdeveloped for a long time. And so one of these, as we were looking at places for a potential skate park, and I know that's something that not only have the kids wanted for a long time, but of course parents too, looking for something for kids to do. This seemed like a perfect location to add the skate parks, because not only with Reagan being our 4, 5, 6 school, that it just seemed like a natural fit as well. But this is something that hasn't had anything here. So when we were looking at a potential site, we thought, oh, nice open space, obviously. But then because the students, could get out of school, come over here, it's also in a great subdivision that we have a lot of kids that do skate and also use the scooters. So we came out here, walked around, looked at it, but we also wanted to be cautious about, because it is an open area, a lot of kids do use this for softball, baseball, soccer practice. So we didn't want to take up the whole park as well. So we came out here, we did work at the time with the principal, Bobby Rodriguez. We walked out here and said, we mapped out the size of where the skate park would be. And so the best place we determined was back here in the corner.
Okay.
So we got the ponding basin in the corner, and there's some shade over there as well. So it's going to be in phases. So phase 1 should be coming this summer, which we're very excited about.
So first, tell me, how much is all this going to cost?
So the total with absolutely everything is about $120,000. But the first phase is, I believe it was $82,000 for the first phase. And so the city has contributed $45,000 to the project. But then the rest has come from donations, which has been wonderful.
A lot of donations.
Local donations, local service clubs as well has put in money. So people were saying, I know the city doesn't have the money for the project. Well, we did have to go out and look for grants and look for some other funding. So so the first phase will be in the back corner there. It's a huge park, and I want everybody to know too, this was designed by the kids themselves. So we had a skate park consultant come out. He's a national skate park consultant. He does them all over the U.S. And so we invited the kids to come out and say, what do you want to see in this park? Because I don't know about you, I'm not a skater.
I'm not a skater, no.
I wouldn't know where to start, right? I could say, well, I think they want some of these things on there. But we have a youth commissioner, Austin Bratton, and I have been working on getting this for a long time. Austin's a huge skater, and he was instrumental in helping with this. But the other thing too is, I wanted to hear from the other kids, so we put out there, come on down to City Hall and help us. And
how many turned up?
I was just going to say, we were hoping to get 10, 15. We had over 50 kids show up.
Wow.
And this guy, he came out from Missouri, he says, listen, I do them in some of the biggest cities in the U.S. He goes, I have never seen so many kids show up. And I said, well, that tells you how much these kids wanted this and how important it is. And I said, besides, this is Kingsburg. We do things right. So he was very excited about it. So we come up with 2 different phases, not phases, 2 different designs. We put it on, we have an actual Facebook. It's called Kingsburg Skate Park. You want to check it out and let the kids vote, and they voted on their favorite, and that's why this one's being designed. And so the second part is a true half pipe. So that's why that one costs a little more. So we said, let's get the first one in. There's some quarter pipes, some rails, some stairs. Those are the ones you guys see, kids skating on over at the Save Mart parking lot, and so where they get kicked out of some private places. So we said, what should we put in there? The elements that they see around town that they do like to skate on. So that's going to go in first, and then we're hoping that at some point it would be fun to do some skating tournaments and some freestyle, because in I think it is in the 2024 Olympics. Skateboarding's in the Olympics. So you never know. We may have some kids from Kingsburg in the Olympics at some point. So we do want to encourage that, physical activity, because we have the parks here in Kingsburg are really geared toward the younger kids, which is wonderful. We have places for kids to go, but for those middle school, those kids from about 9 years old to teenagers, we really don't have anything here for them. So we needed something for that age group.
Well, we need to challenge them too. We
Yes.
don't want them playing video games all day
No.
long. So,
No.
okay.
But
No,
we
I think
want
it's a
them
great idea.
off the streets because we know if we build something like this, they're safer.
Absolutely.
And they also would have to wear a helmet as well. So there are some rules to
Okay.
be here, but we want them off the streets. If we're off the streets, we know if they're here, it's a much safer place
Well,
for them.
kids can drop them here, pick them up here. They
Yeah.
know exactly where they
Yeah.
are. They're not roaming the streets.
Right.
Playing at a
Right.
playground which is built for the community.
Right, and the police
Okay.
department's very excited about it, and so is our fire department. They just
Okay.
think it's a much better place for them to be too.
I wish we had it a few years ago. My kids
I
loved to
know.
ride the
I
longboard,
know.
and there's never been a skate park.
And I know, speaking to a lot of residents, they were saying my kids wanted this, and everyone's talked about it, and so we're finally here, so we're very excited
Okay.
about that.
So end of summer we're breaking ground?
Hopefully before that,
Oh,
and
okay.
we'll invite the whole community out when we break the ground. It shouldn't take long once the ground's broke. It shouldn't take long
Okay.
to build it.
I'm excited.
I am too.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. So what else for all the people of Kingsburg? What else is going on? We had talked a couple things. Tell me something. I was interested in youth council.
Yes. So our youth
What's all
council.
that about?
So youth council is for high school students and junior high students, and
Okay.
you know, this is their community as well. Just like we talked about. Well, Austin Bratton, I mentioned, he's been part of the youth council, and he's actually on our community services commission. So if you're interested in being a part of the community, that you want to have a say in what goes in our parks or a say in what's coming in. Community Services Commission is for you. You know, it's a volunteer committee, and I do have an opening on that, and that's for the adult side.
Okay.
And then under that is our youth commission. And so many times it's so easy to say, I know the kids want a skate park, or I know the kids would really like this, but does anyone, the adults, ever stop and ask, what do the kids want, or what do the students want? So this is their way to be able to tell us as the adults what they really want, because they're the ones that spend the money here in town. You know, I want to keep their tax dollars here as well.
Right.
So what can I do as a council member and as the mayor to say, I really love your ideas. They have ideas for the movies in the park or concerts in the park. They have such great ideas, and I want to keep them here too and engaged in their community that they live in.
Yeah.
So these students are part of that. So that's what that is.
That's a progressive move.
Yeah.
You mean actually get them involved so they can participate in helping shape their own future.
Yeah.
Wonderful move.
Yeah, so you know, I'm a former educator. I taught here in Kingsburg and outside of Kingsburg, and then I worked for the County Office of Education. And so, you know, working with students is just something that I love doing.
Wonderful, wonderful. Also, okay, well, talking of progressive, you're also the first lady mayor.
I am.
So that's congrats on that too.
Thank you.
I know
Very
we
proud
haven't
of
talked
that.
about it before, so that's good. Okay, Kingsburg's moving forward.
We're
Very
trying.
well.
Yeah, I think we're doing a great job.
Lots of new things going on. What else? You know, the Kmart. I want to ask about, because I'm in real estate. So people always ask, Parminder, what's going on with the Kmart shopping center?
Yeah.
I mean, it needs to be fixed up. Who's coming in? We've heard all sorts of rumors. Tell us exactly who's actually coming.
So State Food Supermarket's going in there, and we're excited about being a partner with them. So they have markets right now in Parlier and Sanger, and so what we're excited about is not only are they going to make this their flagship store, which, hey, you know, that's exciting, but they're moving their headquarters here as well, and they're also going to have their warehouse here. So they're going to have 79 employees, which is great for here, for employment here, but also having this be their flagship store, they're really going to gear it toward Kingsburg residents, and so that's what I've learned about them, is that when they're in Parlier, that store is geared toward Parlier residents. Sanger store is geared towards Sanger. So people need to understand when they come here, it's geared toward Kingsburg. And so after speaking with them, whether they bought that Kmart spot, they were coming here no matter what. They really loved Kingsburg. They loved the location off the 99. So I think this was just going to be a natural fit to come here. So we're very excited to be working with them. But also the tax revenue.
That's what I was going to ask about.
Yeah, you know, when we lost Kmart, that was something, you know, that tax revenue is really important to the city, because that's what funds our programs, that funds our departments. And so we really needed to have something go in there that was going to bring back a tax revenue base. And so having that there is going to really do that for us.
With Kmart going up, how much did we lose as a tax base?
Well, I know the last quarterly projections, I believe it was just quarterly, it was like $70,000. So it's a big chunk that it did bring into the city. So to have something in there was going to be important, and I love the fact that they purchased it very quickly, and hopefully we can turn them around and get it up and going very soon.
Well, I'm sure 79 people are going to be very happy now. There's a job available locally here in town.
Yes.
So I'm hoping a lot of local people will get hired for that.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Anything else you'd like to tell us about Kingsburg? Say, how do people learn about what's going on in town?
Well, there's a lot of different ways. If you're on social media, I mean, we have the.
We-
I think a lot of us are, as we're talking
right
on
here,
social media
social
right now.
media,
So
okay.
City of Kingsburg has a Facebook page. We also have Twitter, so and Instagram. So we're all on all of those different elements there.
Okay.
But also we have, if people don't realize too, we also have an app, the City of Kingsburg app.
Oh yeah.
That's another way to contact us. And if you see a sidewalk that has an issue or a street that has an issue, you can actually go right there and you can submit a report and it goes straight to the city. You can contact myself or other departments through there. So we do have a city app that I developed a long time ago.
I
So I'm
actually
excited.
used it. I remember when
I
you
remember
did it.
we did it.
launched
We were
that
so
one. Yeah, I
excited
remember
about that.
I used it, actually submitted when there was a sign needed checking, or I think it was a light was out. So it was a great thing. Message goes through.
It's perfect.
You don't have to worry about who you're going to tell. It'll get to the
And
right
it's
person.
free to download.
Yeah.
So it's also for Apple and Android users. And then but the best one though is our Kingsburg Carrier, and that is a weekly newsletter that goes out, gives all the information, and you can go straight to our website, and it says Kingsburg Carrier, and you can sign up with your email address, and it comes right to your inbox each week.
Okay, so gives you all the updates.
Gives you all the updates.
Wonderful,
So that's
wonderful.
another great way to do that.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of good things going on,
Great,
and I'm very excited about, we're picking up right now with economic development. You're going to see a lot of new things coming in soon. I know Deli Delicious, if it's
Yes.
not open today, it should be open the next couple of days. But you're going to see some new restaurants coming in and some
Yep.
new things. So I'm very excited.
Well, Deli Delicious, I'm glad you mentioned that. I believe they're going to have a little conference room available.
Yes.
I talked to one of the owners, Todd,
Uh-huh.
and he was saying that they're going to have 35, 40 people available to use that as a conference
Yeah.
room. So that's going to be a nice addition, very accessible area, and you get to eat, cater at the same time.
Yeah, another place so you can have a party or
Yeah.
a team party. So I think, people are seeing the value of being here in Kingsburg, being right off the 99, and we're very excited about some new projects coming in, and just stay tuned. You're going to be excited about a couple more that are coming up, but we can't share at the moment, but
That's
you'll be
okay.
very excited about what's coming up. I'll just have to come back on your next
You got it.
episode, and we'll
Absolutely.
do a part 2 and a part
Yeah.
3, and you're going to be excited to
Yeah,
see
no,
the
I'd
new
love to
things.
do these regularly. We would like to hear from you.
Yeah.
And so it's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks for coming
Always
out.
seem
I
to see you
appreciate it.
guys, and thanks again.
You got it. Well, thanks to Michelle for joining me out here today at Owl Park, the home of the new skate park that we're going to have here coming up soon. And so hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Parminder Singh with London Properties, and this is my new series of Faces and Places. And thanks to Michelle Roman. You guys have a great day, and God bless.